Have you ever met someone and felt somehow that you've known them forever, even if it was just a glance or a fleeting intuition? Sometimes these encounters are not random. Every person who crosses your path carries a deeper meaning, as if the universe is using them to guide your growth. Love is not just an emotion. It's a journey, a process through which life brings two souls together at the right time, when you are ready, not empty, not searching for someone to fix you, but ready to awaken. True love doesn't come to save you. It comes to reveal who you already are and help you grow into the person you're meant to be. So how do you recognize when life is quietly introducing you to that person? There's no dramatic lightning strike, no prophecy. There are only subtle signs, quiet shifts in your soul, strange coincidences, and moments that feel sacred, as if something bigger is unfolding. Before you meet your soulmate, life will often lead you through darkness, not to punish, but to prepare you. You might feel lost, lonely, or broken. Old relationships end, plans fall apart, people drift away. It all feels random at the time, but in truth, it's a kind of sacred preparation. Life softens your heart, peels away layers of defense, and teaches you how to love without fear, how to give without controlling. True love can only be received by someone who is whole enough to hold it. You must first walk through your own shadows, face the parts of yourself you've hidden or ignored, the memories, wounds, and fears you've buried. This is where growth happens, where life shapes you to love deeply and purely. It is not about mending you for someone else. It is about making you ready to walk beside another soul without losing yourself. Think of the times you were betrayed, hurt, or left in silence. Those experiences were not meant to make you bitter or scared of love. They were lessons, showing you where your heart needed care, teaching you how to love yourself first. When you no longer rely on someone else to validate your worth, you naturally begin to attract someone who comes to walk alongside you. Not to fill you, but to share the journey with you. Remember the last time your heart broke, yet you felt a strange sense of clarity or cleansing. That is often the moment life is preparing you. It's the season of refinement, the night of the soul. You are not abandoned. Darkness has its purpose. It teaches you to distinguish true love from dependency, soul connection from emotional neediness. Before you can love someone fully, you must have the courage to love all the broken, quiet, and hidden parts of yourself. Every relationship you experience reflects the unhealed parts within you. Pain, disappointment, and loss are mirrors showing you what needs attention, teaching you lessons before new love enters your life. Otherwise, without this preparation, you risk repeating the same patterns with someone new. Think of it like a seed buried in the dark earth. It must grow unseen before it can blossom. When life feels silent, when your prayers seem unanswered, do not mistake that for absence. Transformation happens quietly within your soul. When you meet someone new after this preparation, it is not by chance. Paths that once seemed distant suddenly intersect, and both souls arrive at the right time, having learned the lessons they needed to learn. Sometimes, the person you meet awakens something deep within you, qualities and strengths you hadn't fully recognized in yourself. The attraction you feel might start as projection. You see in them the inner qualities of your own soul. But if it is guided, it becomes a mirror, helping you reclaim and integrate those qualities into your own being. True soul relationships are invitations to grow together, to recognize and honor the depth within each other. Love evolves, just as we do. It moves from attraction to empathy, to partnership, to a spiritual path where two people hold space for each other's growth. For a woman, this journey also means embracing her inner strength and purpose, connecting with her own truth, and walking into life with power and clarity. When you are ready, the love that comes will not only touch your heart, it will reflect the light that has been cultivated within you all along. Darkness is not where love ends. It is where it begins. Only when you've walked through the deepest corners of yourself can you truly love with your whole soul. And when that day comes, you will meet someone who mirrors not only love, but the divine awakening that has been growing inside you. The meeting is no coincidence. It is the result of your growth, your readiness, and your courage to face yourself. If you are a woman, the sign of your inner awakening is feeling deeper emotions, but also more vulnerability. Your intuition becomes stronger. Art, music, and nature suddenly move you. You want to nurture, to listen, to be still and connect with depth. In love, that inner awakening is the bridge. At first, you are drawn outward to another person, drawn to them as a reflection of the part of yourself that feels missing. But the real purpose is to bring that awakening back inside, making it your own. When projection fades, love changes from blind infatuation to conscious connection. You see the other person clearly while maintaining the connection to the sacred part of yourself that has awakened. This journey is about balance. You unite softness and strength, intuition and reason, giving and receiving to become a complete being. You could say the divine uses love as a language to guide you. A soulmate appears not to complete you, but to point to the part of the divine already within you. One teaches you compassion and devotion through beauty. The other teaches truth and order in life. The universe works through coincidence, but nothing is accidental. Think of ordinary moments where love finds you when you least expect it. You might be doing everyday work or living your life fully, and suddenly someone enters your path. That moment may seem random, but it is a meeting written in the frequency of your soul. Some encounters are not meant to start love, but to awaken something ancient within you, a memory of a soul that once knew love, attachment, pain, and rebirth. That is why some people feel strangely familiar when you meet them. In the eyes of the divine, nothing is lost. Everything is reunion at the right moment. You might think you casually bumped into someone or met a stranger on a trip and it passed. But sometimes that stranger is a touch point for your soul, a sign that you are on the right path, a gaze that feels like home, a sudden peace, or a deep intuition. These are the whispers of your soul. If you have ever had a chance encounter that made you pause and wonder if it was a sign, share it. Your story might help another soul recognize their own path. Sometimes you read a line in a book or hear a song that awakens something within you. Meeting a soulmate is like that. They don't add to you. They remind you of what you've always carried, but may have forgotten amid doubt, fear, or defense. Love does not always arrive when you ask for it. It often comes when you are living your purpose, serving others, being fully yourself. True love does not need hunting. It arrives when your path aligns with someone else's. When you are on the right path, coincidences appear, a song at the perfect moment, a message from someone you were just thinking about, a stranger appearing like they've always been known to you. These are not random. They are the divine nudging you forward. Moments like these reflect your inner world. A woman sitting quietly, expecting nothing, may meet someone who stops her in a moment she cannot forget. It's not about them being extraordinary, it's about recognition, the sacred symbol of connection that resonates with your soul. In that instant, all doubt falls away. That is the touch of two soul frequencies sensing. Some people enter your life to reflect parts of yourself that are unfinished, not to stay forever. These moments teach you to distinguish fantasy from the true call of your soul. Divine encounters bring profound peace, unhurried and undoubting. Love that comes from the divine does not confuse you. It brings you back to yourself. If you are experiencing coincidences, recurring dreams, or persistent intuitions, do not fear. They may be guiding you toward the love your soul has longed for. True love is woven carefully across time, arranging every detail so two souls can meet when the moment is ready. True love awakens the sacred part of you. It does not intoxicate or consume you. It transforms you. After the divine has led you through trials, refined your heart, and awakened your inner archetypes, love appears to show you who you are in the light of the divine. True love does not complete you through another. It reveals your own wholeness. Love awakens the part of you that has been asleep, connecting your heart, mind, and soul to something greater. Before moving forward, pause. Close your eyes, breathe deeply, and ask yourself, does the love I seek awaken me, or does it make me forget who I am? Feel the answer with your soul. Not everyone who makes you fall in love awakens you. Some loves distract you, make you lose your direction, dim your inner light. Sacred love brings you back to yourself. They do not pull you from faith, they make it stronger. They do not make you avoid yourself. They make you face every truth within you, both the beautiful parts and the parts you once feared. Perhaps this is a whisper from the divine. Stop running. Sit still. Let love rise from the quietest place within you. The person you meet is a mirror of your soul. They reflect what you have yet to fully acknowledge, the light and the wounds alike. Sometimes they make you shine, sometimes they awaken old hurts. They do both to guide your growth. Love from the divine is sacred work. It is not a fleeting feeling, but a fire refining your soul, burning away ego, pride, and selfish desires. What remains is selfless love. Two souls connected in this way do not merely exchange emotions. They invite each other into deeper authenticity. Ordinary love can feel comfortable, but sacred love demands honesty. You begin to speak truthfully, heal, and release old patterns. Your soulmate does not force change. They inspire it. They purify rather than consume. Their presence calls you to pray, reflect, and grow. They free you from limits and invite your soul to deepen. Like instruments in harmony, they guide you to play a better, richer melody, not for them, but with them. Consider a woman who once hid behind fear, who avoided vulnerability. Then she meets someone whose presence makes her feel fully seen. In that gaze, she confronts herself, her wounds, and her fears. Change begins not because anyone demands it, but because love awakens her authentic self. It is not infatuation, it is awakening. Or a woman who once sought validation from others learns that true love mirrors her wholeness, calling her back to her inner strength and divine purpose. When you meet a quiet, truthful man, there's a peace that touches your heart. He doesn't try to impress, doesn't chase, but his presence feels like a safe place where you don't need to prove yourself. Over time, you realize that love isn't about being chosen. Love is about being truly seen. And in that moment, you start to love yourself. The sacred part inside you awakens. That is divine love. Love that doesn't make you lose yourself, but brings you back to who you really are. When two people meet on that level, they don't love just with their bodies or emotions. They are working together with God, shaping each other toward their highest potential. Every challenge, every hurt, every conflict becomes a tool to grow your soul. True love is not always peaceful. It can make you cry, feel lost, or question yourself. But if you pay attention, you'll notice something sacred moving within the struggle, like a sculptor slowly revealing the form inside a block of marble. When true love arrives, you see it in the way you transform. You begin to love more deeply, listen better, grow more patient, learn forgiveness, wait when needed, and humble yourself. Love is no longer about finding the perfect person. It's about becoming worthy of the sacred love you've been praying for. There's a story of someone who prayed for an ideal partner. Instead of delivering her immediately, life led him through trials that forced him to face himself, his fear, selfishness, and stubbornness. When he complained, the message was clear. Sacred love cannot come to someone who still loves out of fear. You have to meet yourself first. And when she finally arrived, he realized she wasn't a reward. She was the sign of his healing. This is the essence of true love. Your soulmate doesn't come to save you. They come to walk with you while the sacred part inside you is shaped and completed. When you experience love like this, you stop looking for someone who simply makes you happy. You start looking for someone who makes you deeper, more awake, more alive. True love isn't a destination. It's a path that leads you home to God, to the divinity inside your heart. So how do you recognize true love when it comes? After your soul has been tested, after you've faced the darkness inside yourself, you reach a point where divine love begins to illuminate your mind. God confirms it not with fireworks, but with a quiet stillness in your soul. This isn't just spiritual talk. It's a way of living. You have to be still enough to hear his whisper amid life's noise. One of the first practices is silence. God rarely speaks in noise. He speaks when you pause, set down your phone, close your eyes, and simply listen to your heartbeat. Each morning, spend at least 10 minutes sitting quietly, breathing, asking for nothing, expecting nothing. In that stillness, let God see your heart. If your path is unclear, say, Lord, if this is the right path, give me peace. If not, give me strength to let go. Then stay silent and listen. In that silence, you'll start to hear your soul's quiet guidance, like a small stream leading you to the right person. Observe the signs around you. God speaks not only through prayers or scripture, but also through symbols. A repeated dream, an image, an encounter that feels familiar. Pay attention without analyzing. Record anything that appears at least 3 times over 7 days. Then review. You'll see patterns. Messages written by your soul in the divine. A dream of water may reflect your emotions. Clear water means harmony. Murky water means there's something to face. A butterfly might show up when you're praying for transformation. A symbol that your soul is shedding its old skin to receive deeper love. True love asks you to trust, not control. Sometimes God separates paths not to divide, but to teach each person lessons. If you learn to read the signs, you'll feel peace instead of anxiety, clarity instead of confusion. Intentional prayer helps too. Don't just ask for love. Ask for eyes to see true love. Pray. Teach me to recognize the one you send. Let me not confuse attraction with soul. In that prayer, your heart softens, fears fade, intuition sharpens. That is the connection with the spirit of love, not the ego's desire. Seek counsel from someone spiritually grounded. Not everyone can hear God's voice. Look for someone humble and prayerful who has no personal stake in your story. When they speak, you'll feel it in your heart, peace or heaviness. That is confirmation. Finally, verify through action. True love brings growth, gratitude, authenticity, and respect. If it confuses you, makes you anxious, or takes you away from yourself, that's a warning. Sacred love always comes with a profound inner peace, even if life's circumstances are messy. Start with stillness. Turn off your phone before sleep. Write down your worries about love. Place your hand on your heart and say, I do not need to know everything. I only need peace. Sit in silence, breathe, visualize light surrounding you. Notice recurring signs. Share your journey with a grounded soul. Perform acts of love and remain still. End each day with, I have listened. If this is the one, grant me peace. If not, grant me release and love. When you complete this practice, you realize God is never silent. The soulmate doesn't stir chaos. They draw you closer to God. When you feel that confirmation, you won't need to search or ask. Your soul will whisper, yes, I have heard. But love is never just about 2 people. It's a conversation between your soul and the Creator. Every person you've met, every experience you've endured, has prepared you to recognize sacred love. Your soulmate doesn't complete you. They help you see that you were whole all along. When 2 souls grow together, listening to God in stillness, love becomes a candle lighting the way for both of you. Even if you are still alone, waiting, or uncertain, do not despair. This time is preparation. True love comes when you are calm enough not to seek it and awake enough to recognize it. If these words touch you, it means your soul is ready, ready to open, ready to meet the one God has prepared for you, ready to step into a love that awakens your highest self.